Michigan State is in January. In March, they're as dangerous as anybody.
Well, you look at their roster, again, I can't speak to what happened before I got in this league. But, you have Draymond Green, and Kalen Lucas, and Denzel Valentine, and you just keep going. The players that they've had, they're going to be in the hunt. They've got one of the best coaches in college basketball in the last 50 years. So they're going to be in the hunt. I think Tom has done a particularly good job. If they stumble at all, like last year they lost to Texas Southern at home. And, if you look at from that game forward, they were pretty resilient, very effective, executed with incredible precision, and were playing as well as anybody in the country late. Obviously, they went to the Final Four. But a lot of times, you get into the tournament, and one thing that also helps them is that they've had tournament experience. So when you have players that come before you that sort of expect to make the tournament, expect to win when they get there, it's an attitude that I think permeates that program, and they have an uncanny ability to win close games.
They have a couple of good posts, obviously, in Costello and Schilling. And when Valentine went down, they kind of made a concerted effort to go inside, and it seemed to have paid off. What are the challenges there, especially for Woodbury, because they're both pretty good?
I think sometimes, especially in light of the fact that it wasn't a major injury. I would hate to see that for Denzel. He was out for a couple of weeks. And I think it made them a better team. Costello is a different player. Harris is a different player. Schilling was actually just coming off an injury, and I think everybody knew he would be a quality, frontline player, and you're seeing that now. But Davis is phenomenal. I mean, they've got a lot of different weapons, but sometimes you take a key guy out, it forces others to, to step up a little bit, which they've done, and now Valentine comes back, and I think they're a much better team as a result.
Talking about the environment at the Residence Center, how difficult that
Yeah,
is.
it's intense. It's sold out every time you play there. It's not unlike some of the other venues in our league, but it's going to be loud. You gotta execute.
What is your approach with when you're registering guys, Moss, Hutton? How much work are they getting? How are they looking?
Well, now what they're on is a scout team, so they'll be simulating other players, which I think is good for them, because you're typically you're Valentine one day, you're Yogi the next day, and Harris, whoever. So you're aggressive. You're of the aggressive mindset offensively. You're trying to go get buckets, and then obviously defensively as well. So I think it helped Bear a lot last year. You look at Bear this year, I think being that guy last year for us really helped him. And I think it'll help these two guys as well.
Gazelle, go ahead.
Jimmy, what have you seen from them that real upbeat? I mean, when they were
Yeah.
during this stretch?
Yeah, I mean, it's not easy. You're not playing, but those two guys are phenomenal people. They want to help us be the best possible team we can be, and that's the only way they can do it now. They're getting in extra work. Like if you get here before our games, they're lifting and shooting, 2.5 hours of work in before we play. Both of them, well, Isaiah more than Brandon, going to change his body a little bit, but they're coming.
Mike was named Big Ten Player of the Week, and he's always had, good moments in the past, but he seems to be just so consistent this year. Is there a reason for that other than the fact he's now a senior and been playing 4 years?
I don't think so. I mean, I would just say that he's a guy that just continued to get better. He had the opportunity. He played right away when he was a freshman. He played sophomore and junior year. He had great games. I always thought he was one of the better point guards in our league, and now he's a senior. So obviously his knowledge is helping him. But, we still have 15 more. So we want to see that continue. And there will be nobody that's better prepared than he is.
you guys have a stretch of road Thursday, home Sunday, games coming up. Is there something beneficial of having kind of that routine coming up here?
I think once you get into that routine, it's a routine that everybody's in. You're playing every couple of days. I think that's what we all prefer. Sometimes you get to. I'm sorry.